There's balance on the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, aridity. So it's pretty much a name or a word that I created myself when I was in like high school. So there's no one else has the word. So if anyone else makes something that's called aridity, they already took it from me. But it means stability within all facets of life. So spiritually, monetarily, physically, socially, mentally, like all of it, you know, economic, like everything, you know, just stability within all things. So that's what this brand is focused on, and you know that's why it has a little, you know, a little Libra joint there, you know, stability, ETD, aridity, you already know. But yo, it's Mike, man. You know I'm out here with my man's E-Man, and yo, we about to just you guys, hopefully I'm gonna be able to, you know, share more of myself to the viewers, y'all. You know, man, it's just, I'm just thankful for this opportunity, man. It's just, you know, good things. I already know good things about to come out of this. So, you know, right now we're in Gaithersburg, we're in Flower Hill. You know, I have family that grew up around here, so I would be here all the time. And then even when I was in high school, I had like all my friends stayed in this neighborhood, so I would just be around this neighborhood just like, just doing whatever, just up to nonsense for real. This is like my second home, bro. Like, whenever I didn't want to be home, I would just come out here to Flower Hill. So yeah, I'm just you know, we're just gonna walk around a little bit, maybe go to a couple other places that I'd be going around to, and you know, just give you guys a taste of like, you know, what it's like to be out here. Boom. We catch that?
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, bet. I was about to say, yo, if the microphone wasn't working, I was about to be like, dang, bro.
Nah, yeah.
You gotta hit that joint again. But yeah, man. So what's something you think I should talk about, man?
Why is your name Micman?
Okay. So my name is Micman because my name is Micah, so it's M-I-C-A-H. It's a book from the Bible. You know, my mom gave me that name after this lady told her to name me that. So, you know, it's God-given. It's a God-given name. And I named myself Micman because, I don't know, I thought it was a cool name at the time, and it kind of just stuck. Like, it was just something people would just call me. Like, when I would say my name is Micah, people would be like, Micah. I'd be like, you could just call me Mike. So then one day I was just like, Micman. Like, I'm a rapper, Micman, you know, take me serious. I'm a man. You know, I ain't no boy. I ain't Mike boy. You know, I'm Micman. So, but yeah, that's kind of how it came to be. But it's kind of grown into a lot more than, you know, what it is now. I even got the little AI joint. I be turning people into microphones. So don't let me touch you. You might just turn into a microphone. Might just have to perform with you. But yeah, I mean, also like people say that I'm like a really like talkative person, like outgoing, like charismatic, and I can get pretty loud. So it's like I'm like a natural like microphone. Like I'm like a speaker microphone, you know? Like I just be like talking, loud, chatty, all that, you know? We just out here. Yeah. Right now we got on some Diaglo fitted exclusive joints, you know. Shout out Diaglo. If y'all don't know, he's a Montgomery County local artist. He's about to have a booth at Complex Con 2025 in Las Vegas. I'm gonna try and go out there and make something happen with that too. But yeah, shout out him. Yo, good things going on. Always down to support a local artist who's really pushing their stuff and, you know, takes their stuff serious, man. Cause it's rough out here. You know, being an artist in an area like the DMV, you know, whether you're a videographer or a musician or, you know, a singer or a designer, it's like you gotta have people that really support you genuinely and aren't afraid to like, you know, just do stuff off the strength sometimes just to make something happen, bro. You gotta be able to shake stuff up. So shout out to everybody, you know, shout out my man's right here, and yeah, we just out here. Lately, I actually just got off a call with this guy. His name is like B House or something. Pretty much he did like a bunch of covers for like Kevin Gates, Joyner Lucas. He's done some stuff for 50 Cent. He's an artist. I'm having him put together a cover for me for my single coming out. It's called Elated. And pretty much it's like the cover that I'm trying to do is what was it called? The Art of David, I believe it was called. Hold on, let me find it real quick. So I'm not like just saying stuff off the top. The Creation of Adam. So the Creation of Adam, you gotta, yeah. So y'all know this joint where it's like the guy with his little weenie out and he's trying to touch the God. So pretty much what my song is, Elated, is about, you know, just that moment where you're like infatuated with someone and it's like you would do anything to be with them, and you might not be with them during that time, but it's like the feeling that you got from them made you so happy that you're like fiending for that next time that you're able to see them. So my song Elated is that entire idea of like wanting to be with someone or something so bad, wanting to do something, have that release of like endorphins by achieving that goal, or, you know, painting that art, or seeing that girl again that you like care about so much, and just not being able to feel that. And that's why it's elated. You know, being elated is to be very happy, and you know, sometimes you're not able to get that. So by having that picture is kind of like symbolic of that, where it's like they're so close to touching one another, but yet they can't touch one another. So we're gonna try and like do something like that, and like maybe like edit me into that joint some type of way, and you know, make it cool. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. I've been putting together a whole lot of stuff when it comes to just like having you know, people put together like a treatment for a new music video that I'm doing, and then also, like I said, like the covers and all that. It's just like it's a whole packaging of it. You know, like a lot of people, it's like you kind of take for granted all these steps, but when you really put every step together, it kind of becomes something a lot bigger than just like a song. It kind of almost becomes like an idea that people can refer back to. Like the same way that people think about Billie Jean, and people are like whenever you're thinking about a girl that's like, he said, I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Like that whole idea, like that's an idea. That's not just a song. That's like an idea that was conveyed, you know? It's the idea of this guy is a womanizer. He's a woman killer. You know, he's too good at that. He's just naturally gifted with that, you know? But that's not his child. That, you know, that's not his, you know, junk and all that. So it's just like, you know, that became a whole idea. That's what I'm trying to do with Elated. I'm trying to, you know, take it to that point where it's like people can understand why I say what I'm saying and appreciate it, appreciate the lyrics, appreciate the packaging of the art, and, you know, find value in what I'm putting out, man. It's just a constant process. And, yo, to anyone that's doing their thing, yo, just make sure to keep on pushing for greater and greater things. And whatever you believe inside will manifest outside. So whether you have it right now or not doesn't matter. You just have to really truly believe it on the inside, though, and really move accordingly to that. You can't move and not be genuine about how you move. If you don't truly believe in yourself, if you don't truly believe in what you're saying, then it'll never manifest. And sometimes you don't even have to say nothing. If you really believe that in your heart, it'll manifest just straight off of that, man. I'm telling you, I don't go around every day telling people who I am or what I'm gonna go do and what I'm gonna go be, but I really believe that in my heart, and I really just move accordingly to that. And I found a lot of success just being genuine to who I am and letting people that have that same energy, that same frequency, that same wavelength kind of come and collide with me, and we create something bigger than just what one of us could do. Like, for real. Maybe we can go like on the swings or something. Or what, you getting tired? Okay. Yeah, so what else do you think I should say? I'm just trying to like ramble.
I don't know, it's your show.
It's good though, right?
Yeah.
You got any questions? Like, like, I mean, we only known each other like so well. Like, is there anything like you personally, like anything that you like want to know about me personally?
Hi, do you live in Flower Hill?
Nah, so I don't live in Flower Hill. Like, I have my aunt and my uncle. My uncle lives in Flower Hill right now. My aunt used to live in Flower Hill, but I've never lived in Flower Hill myself. I've lived like around. Used to live near Lake Forest when I was like a little child, and then I eventually moved like closer to like North Potomac. I was living in like a single family over there, and now I live like around this way, more around like Gaithersburg, Olney type of way. So yeah, I'm around the way. Like, I'm really close to here. I'm like a 5-minute drive from here, but no, I don't live in Flower Hill. I just be around Flower Hill. And I consider this my stomping grounds, I be around here.
You used to talk about 124.
Yeah. So like 124, man, I was never really like part of it in essence, but the people around me would claim it all the time. So I was kind of like, by essence, like associated. But 124, there's a lot of, so like there was like 124, like the gang 124, which I wasn't part of, but I was more so like the creative movement 124, where it's like, all the creatives that live here in 124. It's not an area code, it's like a road. I don't know what it is. It's just there's a sign that says 124. That's how I know about 124. And yeah, that's all I really know about that, for real. I'm not gonna try and gas it up and say that I was on no crazy stuff, because there are some real house team 124 type dudes that was really getting busy out here. So I'm not gonna try and say anything that I wasn't. But yeah, 124, man, that's that area, man. It's just everyone got to get it their own type of way. Some people, they didn't make it through high school, meaning that like they was just getting into too much trouble. They was just doing too much to where they didn't even have the opportunity to graduate. They was getting locked up, getting put away, all that. So it's like, 124 is definitely like an underserved community in a certain type of way. And man, just thankful that we still here, man, because it do be getting shiesty out here.
All right, let's go on the swing.
All right, maybe this girl, maybe she don't want to be recorded, but maybe she won't mind. Oh shoot. Excuse me, is it okay if I swing on that swing next to you?
Sure.
We're not going to record you or nothing.
Okay.
We're not going to record you or nothing.
Okay. Let's go.
You too. Thank you for letting me swing a little bit. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Let me think. I don't know, like what?
Excuse me, I don't want to interrupt you guys, but I see people with cameras, and I just have to ask, what do you guys do?
Yeah, so I'm a local artist. I've been doing music for around 8 years. I actually just had a song that I did with famous football player Antonio Brown.
Okay.
So right now we're just doing like a little documentary, like a little vlog interview documentary type of thing, where I'm just showing, around, where I stay at, and kind of just interacting with the camera, just trying to, let people know about who I am a little bit better, and
Okay.
show a little bit of like where I come from.
And you are?
My name is Micman.
Micman?
Micman. You can find me on any streaming platform. Yeah, right now I have a song, like I said, with this big football player who's on the run, Antonio Brown, and it's just been going up recently. We're at almost 500,000 views on YouTube for the music video that we shot in Dubai, and I just got more songs coming out soon, and about to be putting out probably one of my biggest singles real soon.
All right. I'll have to ask my kids about you because I'm old and I don't know anything about
Man,
stuff
I'm
like
up and
that.
coming right now, so you might be getting your kids hip to me. Your kids might be like, Dad, how'd you know about him?
All right. So the
But-
name is Micman, right?
Yes, it's just Micman. And you can find me on any streaming platform. But yeah, that's
Okay.
that's pretty
And
much
then the
it.
other thing is, I don't know if you're filming around here. If you're ever planning to go up to Nike Missile Park. You know about Nike Missile Park.
Yeah, I know about Nike Missile.
You might do some shooting around there. I just find that a really cool place because that's where the command center was for all the silos that contained nuclear weapons in the 60s.
Really?
Yeah, there's a plaque up there, you can read about it, but it's the kind of thing where that was the command center, and all over Montgomery County there were silos with missiles in them that had warheads on them.
Whoa.
And if the president was ever going to launch an attack, it would come from that area. Or if they were going to defend against nuclear missiles coming towards Washington, that's the missiles that would be fired. So
Wow.
that's just kind of a cool thing about the
Yeah, I
neighborhood.
always wondered why it was called Nike Missile.
And
but I guess
that's
it was-
why there's a little plaque up there that explains the whole thing.
Wow. Well,
Okay.
thank you, sir. I really appreciate you coming up and just, sharing a little bit with us and, letting me share with you as well.
All right, good. I'll look you up on YouTube.
All right. Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Have a good evening.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Deck. Let's go. Hup.
Yeah, well, man, as you can see, it's good people around here. It's just good vibes. People really aren't too crazy. I mean, some areas like Montgomery Village, you might be in the wrong area, but overall, we chilling. You good?
Hold on, bro.
Too much going on. Too many angles. Wait, so what did you ask before, miss?
When did you first pick up the mic?
Yeah. When did I first pick up the mic? Man, this is a crazy story, actually. Yeah, so this is when I was, I was like in 3rd grade, bro. I was in 3rd grade, and it was at my church. My church was having like an album drop. So that, they put together their album, all these gospel songs, and they was dropping an album. And they were having a raffle to win an iPod Touch. It was like when the first iPod Touch came out with the front camera that you could do FaceTime on. So it was like a big deal, right? Yeah. The young kids, you gotta go understand. But back in the day, when the FaceTime first came out, it was like a big deal. But you had to have the phone screen with the camera in the front. So I was gonna, I was trying to win it. And I kid you not, bro, they was doing a raffle. It was like 3 people had to come up on stage, and you had to like do like a rap or a little song or something using all the titles of the songs from the album that they did. So I was like, I was like 7 years old, and I was just like, I got on my knees, bro. I'm not gonna lie. As they was drawing it, I like got on my knees. I'm like, God, please. I won't ask for nothing else. Please just let me get this job, please. And then they was like, Micah Lowell? And I was like, oh my goodness. I was the first person called. My whole family was like, oh my goodness. Like everyone was like, what the heck? So I got up there, and then it was me, and it was like 2 older women, like 2 like mothers. So you already know, we can already see where this is going, But pretty much, they was like, all right, so who's gonna go first? And then the 2 ladies was like, I don't wanna go. And they're like, all right, little guy, you're gonna have to go first. So I got up there, I was looking at them, I was like, no. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I just remember I ended it with like whatever the word of the thing, I was like, shine. And I just hit that joint. And everyone just got up like, The two ladies just like got off stage. They was like, nah, you got it. And I just won that joint. And I'm not gonna lie, ever since then, I always knew I had that. I always knew I had that spark in me. Actually, wait, I got a story even before that. But yeah, that's a good story though. That's a good story. But I do have a story before that. So that was maybe the second time I picked up the mic. The first time was also pretty good though. It was, should I say? It was in kindergarten, bro. I was like, I don't even know what was going on. There was supposed to be some sort of a speaker during like lunch, right? But then the lady that was supposed to be speaking wasn't there. So then the lady that was like the person who watched everyone eat lunch, she like was up on the stage like with the mic, and she was like, well, since they're not here, you know, why don't whoever want to come up here and sing a song, just come up here and sing a song. And then no one was getting up, so I just got up and like I went up there and I started freestyling. I was like, mailman coming to deliver your mail, mailman. I was singing something about the mailman, and like people was rocking with it. Like I was a little kindergarten. I was like 5 years old. I was like, the mailman coming, the mailman. But yeah, that was the first time I picked up the mic, and you know, I didn't get clowned for it. You know, I got a little bit of clout on me as a kindergartner. It was like, dang, Micah, you really went up there and sang. I was like, yeah. But yeah, that was the first time I picked up the mic, and that was the second time I picked up the mic. But yeah, man, I feel like, you know, I've kind of grown to the point where I got to take those experiences and just like remember them in my heart. You know, remember like I was almost like a natural born performer to a certain level, bro. Like I seen my aunts and my mom, you know, perform on stage singing for church, but I've always been the type that's not afraid to get up on stage and just do whatever on the mic in front of people. I haven't really had too much stage fright, y'all. Maybe it's a gift, maybe it's a curse, but I hope it benefits me the best and not the worst. So if any of y'all are from Moco, you know what Rio is. We're not talking about Rio in South America. We're talking about Rio in Maryland. Rio in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Yeah, that way. And man, I've been going there since a youngin', man. It's like everybody from around here knows what that place is. So, man, we about to go there. I've done like almost too many vlogs there, but that's just my stomping grounds, y'all. I'll be out there. You catch me there maybe once, twice, 3 times a week if you're lucky. But yeah, we about to go out there, you know, walk around a little bit, interact with some people, do our thing. You know, we just having fun, y'all. Trying to show y'all a little bit about me. So maybe when I'm in your city, you can show me a little bit about you, huh? Yeah. When I perform my song, maybe you can sing along. Something like that. Yeah, man. It's just Maryland is one of those places where it'll go from like super hot to like super cold. So we get a little bit of everything. We get all the seasons. And we're in the fall time, and it's like it be getting jock cold at night. Now, like these days, it be getting jock cold. So we about to have to, you know, stay strapped up. If y'all want, go cop some Aridity. The drip, y'all gonna be different. They gonna be asking y'all where you got that drip from, cause it's way different. Shout out to Taha and Modi. Those are my guys that run the brand out of LA, and they actually do like so many people's merch. It's crazy. Like they did like Kanye West's like most recent drop, which is like insane. So shout out them, bro. They've been going up. I think they did like the games merch. I think they did like Lotto. I don't even know. They did like all types of people's, like Post Malone, I think. They did like too many people's merch. But yeah, we got drip on, for sure. So pretty much, bruh, so what it is I went to Ohio a couple months ago, and we got so much footage because we was just recording the entire time. But it's pretty much a festival for cannabis, and the people that the community of people that helped to get marijuana legalized in the state of Ohio are the ones that put this joint together. So I actually ended up meeting the people who put the whole festival together, and they are like, yeah, like we have a whole network of people. We went to we organized the rallies, we organized the voting and all that. They organized everything, bro, to be able to just like make like weed legal, bro. And they really did it. It was this super old lady and her daughter, and they were just saying how they really put everything together, and it was really cool. I got to meet some owners of some big dispensary places, as well as a lot of like local owners just in the Ohio area, and got to get up on the main stage there with my man's Rick Rain. Rick Rain, that's his name. He's an OG out there in Ohio. Shout out Rick. He drove me to the festival and showed me a good time. Bro, it was a super vibe, and yeah, man, we got to just get up on main stage. I got to perform a little bit, not on the main stage, but it was like a makeshift stage that's food. It was like a food truck, but on top of it, it had like a guardrail and like a walkway up there, so you could like, I was just performing up there, and man, it was a good time, bro. It was really fun. Everybody out in Ohio is like super nice. Ohio is one of those places where it's like people aren't really on social media and doing all this like they're not busy out there necessarily, where it's like they see you and they're just like, they can tell that you got something going on. Like, we was at the gas station, like straight up, this lady just came out the cut and just gave me a hug and was like, what can I buy off of you? I'm like, what the heck? Like, you don't even know who I am. And she's like, let me buy like some shirts from you. I'm like, all right, yeah, here you go. Like, I sold her like 2 shirts, like just off the strength. Never heard my songs at all. Didn't even know that I was an artist until I told her, but she just came up like straight up love, like, let me give you a hug, like, how can I support you, like any type of way. So, bro, people out there are like super real. It's one of those places where it's like, I guess you don't really run into people like that. So really, the people there are like very genuine and just, yeah, man, they just love on you, man, any way that they can. So, yeah, bro, it was definitely a pleasure to be out there and just to be able to experience that culture of people. Like, every state that I've been to, I stamp the people are different in every state. Like, the people who actually are from that state and just people who are there, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like, well, it's not weird, but it's really cool, actually, how you could go from one state to another and it's just like a different dynamic everywhere you go. And yeah, bro, it was a vibe. I had like so much footage that it was like insane, and I just got finished editing it, so y'all can go check that out if you want to. It's just a super long vlog. It's like a 2-hour vlog, and for me it's more so like I like to get a document of all these things because I like being able to look back and be like, this is where I came from, you know, like this is what I did. Like, I can't forget about all the stuff that I've done to get me up to this point. I feel like a lot of people, like, they'll do like a lot of great things, but then they'll reach a point in their life where maybe they feel a little bit stagnant, or maybe they don't feel as motivated as they were, and they forget about all these things that built them up to that point where they were doing all those things. So I really like to take account of those things and just, you know, have them there to look at. If not for anyone else, just for myself personally, like, just to be able to look back at it and be like, yeah, like, I was really out there doing that. Like, I was really out there meeting all these people, like, not forgetting these faces and these, you know, these beautiful people that I've met just along my way, bro, because you never know, you could always run into them, and if not, like, it's like, you know, it's just always love, you know, just thinking about other people is like almost like loving them. Like, just to have them in your thoughts is like almost like just loving them in a certain type of way. So yeah, it was cool, man. And yeah, I don't know, man. The more you travel, it's like the more you gain like a certain type of respect for people and in whatever situation that they're in. You know, it's like you can always look at someone and just judge them, or you can look at someone and try and understand them. And it's like the more you just travel, I feel like the more you are pushed in that direction where it's like you're forced to try and understand people more than just try and judge them off of, you know, whatever they may be, or, you know, whoever they may be. But yeah.
Give me some pros between some differences like between Maryland and Ohio, like
Okay.
like positive things, you know?
Like what's better in Ohio?
Yeah, what's better in Ohio and then what's better in Maryland?
Okay. In Ohio, I'd say their gas stations are better because they sell drink at the gas station. Like they got like beers in there and stuff. Like I know a lot of other states have it. Like Virginia has like they'll sell like alcohol at their gas stations and stuff. But Maryland specifically, we just don't have that at any of our gas stations. So I'd say that's like a big pro. I'd also say if you like the slow life, like if you just like being in the cut, then it's a pro to live in Ohio. Me personally, I kind of like the dichotomy. Like I like being able to be somewhere where it's chill and then be able to just go like 30 minutes and just be somewhere lit. I kind of like that. So for me, it might not be a pro, but for some people, it may be a pro to be able to just be in the cut and just be in the middle of nowhere. I'd say I just like Maryland more because you're gonna meet a lot of different people. In Ohio, you're only gonna meet like a handful of people in a certain type of way. Like I'm not saying they're all the same person, but I'm just saying they're all like pretty similar to one another in terms of like you just gonna meet like they're really like similar people. Out here, it's like you'll see an Indian guy, you'll see a black guy, you'll see like an Asian guy, you'll see an Asian girl, you'll see like so many different ethnicities, so many different nationalities, where it's like you're just like you can't really say who the next person you're gonna run into is. Out there, it's like you can almost bet that you're gonna run into like a white person, if not maybe a black person, but mostly it's like white people out there. That's like one of those states that definitely has one of those high amounts of like white. It kind of brings that 60% white population in the U.S. to life because there's a lot of white people out there. I'd say the food out here is better. I haven't found many other places in the USA that have better food than Maryland, and we can go restaurant for restaurant about that. I'd say probably the only places that I would give it to are probably like New York City and I don't know. I can't really think of anywhere else. New York City is like the only other place because it's like such a melting pot. Like around here, it's just such a melting pot of people that it's like you end up getting so many different varieties of food. Like we might have some banging like Indian food somewhere, but I've only been to like 3 or 4 different Indian food places over here. Some places they only have like one Indian place, or they might not even have any Indian food around where they are. Like in Ohio, it was like bare. It was pretty barren, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I think when I was out in Ohio, I ended up eating like burritos the entire time I was out there. Like straight up, like just I ate a burrito the night that I got there. The next day I ate a burrito. Later in that day, I think I ate another burrito. Like it was like burritos on burritos. Not even saying that there was a lot of Hispanic people out there, but it just had burritos. It was crazy. Ohio is definitely on the come up though. Around like in Columbus, that's where Ohio State University is, and they had like a lot of like good like buildings and stuff going up. It looked like they're building up their infrastructure a lot, but Maryland is still beats them out like right now because we just really got so much infrastructure. Like, I kind of just like having stuff around. Like, I don't like having to drive like 30 minutes just to go and try something new. Like, I could drive like down the road and find something new. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many pockets that are undiscovered that even I haven't been able to experience everything here. So I kind of like that. I kind of like how it's a very rich and diverse area that we live in, and I feel like it reflects in the people that live here, because we're not so close-minded to just be like, oh, like it's only one type of person out here, like that's who we ride for. Like, nah, I think out here most of the people like are pretty good about understanding that it's like so many different ethnicities and just people that come from so many different backgrounds that it's like you can't really judge one person more than another. Yeah. You got anything else?
Shoot. Over there, like I seen like they have a lot of concerts like outdoors. Is that like the thing over there? Is that the norm?
Man, from what I seen, the festival that I was at, that joint was completely outdoors, bro. Like, no lie, these people were like camping on mud. Like, they were like camping in the cut. I got like mud all over my pants and stuff because I was riding in this golf cart and it was just driving over so much mud. And yeah, everything was outside. Mosquitoes everywhere. It got kind of bad at a certain point. I think I ended up having to change because the mosquitoes was like eating me up, bro. I had to like put on some longer pants and like, yeah, bro, it was getting crazy. But I think Ohio is one of those places that has a lot of like outdoor festival like events, or at least that's what I was kind of like seeing. They have a pretty big, I don't know if it's in Ohio where it happens, but like the Insane Clown Posse, you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think they have like people, well, I met like one guy who's like kind of like involved in that side of like music as well, who was performing.
What's his name?
His name was Rich Regal. He's like a redneck, like white. His motto is white trash mofo. That's his. If you know anything about the Insane Clown Posse, that's like their thing for real. Like white trash, like white boys, like just like redneck white people that like aren't afraid to just be like trashy and just go crazy. But it's good peoples. It's good peoples. They just, I don't know, low key, bro. I don't want to say they're racist, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were, just by like what I seen. But
what's one thing you want to say to the people over there in Columbus, Ohio?
Hey, all my people in Columbus, Ohio, if you're watching this, I just want to say, yo, I love y'all. Keep on being yourselves. Like, keep on being yourself. I'm not trying to beat y'all up, but you know, y'all live life a lot different than how we live life out here. And, you know, y'all don't need to be ashamed of it. I'm just pointing out the differences. So, you know, I say, hey, if you in Columbus, Ohio, try and make it over to the East Coast, you know, and experience a little bit of that life, because you never know what you're missing out on. You know, y'all live in the nice, chill, like, country-esque life. Maybe y'all gotta live, like, a little bit more suburban. Maybe y'all have to live like urban, you know. Maybe y'all try and see like a real city, you know. Come into DC and, you know, see what's popping, see how people live out here. But it'll probably make you appreciate where you live a lot more though, because out here, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people, they don't have time for anybody. They're just like straight up just like, no, I don't want to talk, I don't care what's going on. You could be like, you could have something going on with you like really bad, and they'd be like, no, I don't care, I'm shopping right now, whatever. Like, you could have a problem, like there could be like a meteor coming down to strike them right now, and they'd be like, stop talking to me, I don't want to buy anything, da-da-da. Like, all right, bro, I get it. There's been so many times I've tried to like interview people, like, hey, like, what's like one positive thing you'd like to tell somebody? Like, they'll be like, no, I don't want to say anything, get the mic out of my face. Or they'll just like keep on walking and be silent. It's just like people are so caught up in their own lives, and they think that they're so like busy to the point where it's like, all right, bro, like you're not that busy, bro. Like taking like 10 seconds out of your day, 20 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, like come on, like that's not that long. Like no one is that busy. Like if you're just walking around the street, like you're not that busy. If you were really that busy, you'd be flying in a helicopter to where you need to go. You'd have like 10 Ford Escalades, like just whatever, you know. There would be signs showing that you're actually that busy, but you know, I get it. You just want to be in your own world. So yeah. So
what's one thing you want to say to the Marylanders?
Yo, one thing I want to say to the Marylanders is, man, we need to like learn how to like turn up for real, cause like I feel like out here, like we have like a lot of cool stuff, but I feel like we don't really have like a real underground scene. Like we do have underground artists, but we don't have like a scene to like showcase them. Like we don't have like enough places for people to like have community around like music. So maybe like be more exploratory, and yeah, like care about people. Like it's not a bad thing to like someone's music, or to like consider yourself like somewhat of a fan of somebody. Like there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like everybody out here like want to act like it's like they can't like rock with your music. Like I've been around like Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, like all these places, and people like they will tell you like, bro, like you have like fire music, bro. But it's like out here, it's like people are like so determined to not like your stuff. Like you almost have to like prove it to them like without a doubt that it's good for them to like actually like it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like people just like being haters out here. I'm not gonna lie. Like they'll like love you in your face and like hate you every other way. Like they'll smile at you, but then like if you were to be like, yo, like go pre-save my song, they're like, left you on scene. You know, like you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, that's just how it is out here, I guess. Everybody just does things their own way, man. But it's all good. Hey, we at Rio, though. We gonna walk around a little bit. We gonna catch the vibes, man. We gonna hop on the carousel. Let's get it. You know what I mean, though? Like, who's the most recent, like, artist that you've heard about? Have any of your friends, like, shown you new artists like that they like that are from around the way? Like, no, bro. The most recent artist I've heard about is Leaky-On. You ever heard of that guy?
Nah.
He's like, stop leaking, Nick. Bow. And he is a DMV artist. Like, I think he's Moco artist. But it's just one of those things. It's like, bro, people are like not sharing that stuff around here. People are like just doing their own thing. Yeah, so you know, we out here at Rio. This is like where I be at all the time. I be walking around here. We got like the carousel. I don't know if you can see it, but we got a carousel here that I be going to all the time. Got my mans. See, like right there. Yeah. Shout out Deep. Shout out Eric. Man. But yeah, it's just you know, it's the constant grind. It's constantly showing yourself to people like in a place like this in Maryland, where there's not really like that scene, there's not people like chasing to go and see you. It's more so like you having to chase and show yourself to others. You good?
Oh snap! This gimbal's like leading me over here.
Yo, the pathway, bro. Why? What the heck? Man just started walking, bro. Yo, you straight, brother?
There you go. There you go.
Okay, yeah, just like that. But yeah, man, I feel like in Maryland, it's just like you gotta like push yourself onto the people. The people don't receive you easily. They just have to have you put yourself to them. So, you know, out here, you know, as an artist from around here, I just am constantly, you know, putting myself out there, you know, taking any opportunity that comes my way, and, you know, always just trying to spread my name to as many people as I can, because, you know, you never know when you're gonna eventually reach that audience of people that truly appreciates your stuff for what it is, you know? You never know when you're gonna reach those people who genuinely do like appreciate you for what you do, and not just like saying it just to say it. And I truly do believe that I've met some people like that feel that way about my art, but I'm always gonna go for more. I'm always gonna try and double down, because that's what it takes to be a true artist and be a true creative and really put it all into your craft. Oh, sorry. Oh, you almost made it fall over. Yo, you got it.
I got to pause.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I had it on a different setting. All right.
What setting did you have it on?
I had it on tilt up and down, so it was kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, that drum was like making you tweak. But yeah, so yeah, man. I mean, well, what else? What do you think I should talk about?
You can talk about your last performance was in Ohio, right?
No, my last performance was in DC, actually. Yeah. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the last performance I had was at DC. It was for an artist named Chris Travis. He came up during the SoundCloud era. He has like music that I guess is pretty close to like old Suicide Boys type of deal, and I like it. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of like when I was in high school and I was listening to Suicide Boys. It reminds me a lot about that. Yo, watch out, there's stairs. Watch out, watch out, watch out. You good? All right. Yeah, just not trying to have you fall. Yo, watch out, there's more stairs, bro. Oh, shoot, I'm about to fall over on these stairs. But yeah, so yeah, he's an artist. His name Chris Travis, and he's like a low-key artist. But the thing is that is crazy is, right, he sells out like all of his shows. Like he's been doing bigger and bigger shows like every year. And for someone like me, it gives me hope as an independent artist, because it means that, you know, not everybody has to know who you are for you to be able to live off of your craft. Like, you don't need to be Drake, you don't need to be Kanye, you don't need to be like any of these giant artists just to be able to do your thing. You know, like it's one of those things where it's like, it just gives me hope, bro, because I'm like, dang, like I didn't know about this guy 2 years ago, but look, now I'm opening up for him at this sold out show. All these people, you know, just genuinely messing with my stuff, and I'm able to put my name out there and reach a greater audience of people. So it was good, man. I performed like 3 songs. The crowd was like engaged. People was messing with me. People was asking for autographs. I was selling some merch, handing out like these little flyers that I had that had my name on it and a picture of me and all that. So it was definitely a really good opportunity, and I just like being able to do shows in my home area, the DMV, because it's like, you know, I don't know, it's like, you gotta get some love in your home base sometimes. Even though I get love everywhere I've been. Like, there's always, like, I haven't had like a bad show where people are like, boo, get him off stage, you know, send up the main artist or whatever. Like, it hasn't been like that. It's been like people genuinely like remember me too. Like, I'll be, you know, just after the show, just there, just talking with people, like just trying to like talk to whoever I can, like just talking like, hey, what's up, yo, like what's going on? And people are like, yo, I remember you, yeah, I like your music, I like your stuff. So I'm reaching people, and that's all that really matters to me, is like, as long as I can reach people, as long as I can impact people.
You can tell what happened.
We back, man. We just lost like 30 minutes of recording. I was on a whole long rant, like motivating y'all. It's all good. Just know, you know, chase your dreams and all that. Don't give up. You know, the good stuff. But, you know, we're just out here, just vibing. Everything happens for a reason. You know, maybe it'll be a better vlog without it. Who knows? But look, we out here just doing our thing, just walking around. You know, every day is a blessing. Every day is a lesson. You know, and every day can't be stressing, because that's what's gonna wear you out. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in school, I used to be so stressed because I love doing music, and I also wanted to be able to make my parents proud and be able to, you know, come home with a degree that, you know, they were proud of, and be able to just like, you know, earn their approval in that sense. But, you know, I feel like one thing that God told me is that I just have to be able to be everything that I am. And I feel like a lot of people choose to not live up to that. Like, a lot of people, their life, they can live up to so much. They have so many skills and talents that they can hone. And they have so many things within them that they want to do, so many aspirations, but they just never chase it because they don't want to do the work that it takes to live up to being that person. And for anyone that feels like that, anyone that feels like you're stuck between having to choose two things, I'm telling you right now, just choose both of them. You don't have to choose between two things. You could just choose both of them at the same time, and you'll be good. Just don't be afraid to be everything that you want to be. Like, literally everything that you want to be. Nowadays, you can't even just win just by being one thing. You gotta kind of be a couple different things. You gotta kind of be like more than one thing. So just go and do that. Just go and do what it is that you feel called to do. Even if it's like something like that's like doesn't make sense. Like, even if you're like, I don't know why I want to do this, I just want to do it. Man, you gotta let that out. You gotta be free. You gotta free yourself. Free your mind. That's like, free the shackles of your mind. I've had so many people, like so many friends that have seen what I've been able to do and have seen what I've gone on to do. And they've been motivated just by that alone. It's like, it makes them feel like, dang, I can really do whatever I want. And that's why I'm just trying to tell people, like, just go and do that. Just go and chase after that. Chase after every single accomplishment that you want to accomplish. Chase after every single dream that you have. Because you never know what could happen. You never know who you could run into. Just you believing in yourself. You never know what can unfold, just you believing in yourself. There's so many people that block themselves out of so many blessings just because they don't have it within them to actually chase those blessings. What if you were to start doing something that you wanted to do and you started succeeding in it in a year from now or a month from now, and you just didn't want to do it just because you felt disheartened? What if you wanted to see something happen in your life and all it took was one repeated and consistent action to actually achieve that, and you don't want to be consistent enough to do that? What if consistency is all it takes? What if belief is all it takes? What if a little bit of faith is all it takes? What if the first step is all it really takes? You gotta think about that. You gotta live with that. You think it's better to live with regret or live knowing that you tried and you failed? I don't know. You weigh the odds. Some people live with regret their whole life and they think that it's okay because they took the easy route. But some people live the crazy life and they failed many times and they did all these different things and they're happy with it. You choose the route. You choose what you want to do. You want to be a dreamer? You want to be a realist? I don't know. But you know what they say, what's inside is what's going to manifest outside. So if you're dreaming big, you're dreaming large, that's what's going to come around you. You're going to attract that energy. I really do believe that. So don't be afraid to dream, y'all. Don't be afraid to be everything it takes. Don't be afraid to give it all that you can and fail. Because all those failures, all those attempts, all those times that you really wanted to do something and maybe you didn't do it, maybe you did do it, it's all going to stack up. It's all gonna, you know what I mean? We walk across the street, man. But yeah, man, you know, we're in the land of dreamers anyways, right? That's what the United States was, a bunch of people dreaming of being free from the English, wasn't they? Yeah, so why don't we do that? Why don't we do that no more? There ain't enough innovation out there. There ain't enough dreaming nowadays. There ain't enough people. You want an autograph? Oh, I'm just kidding. Hey, make sure to chase y'all dreams and keep on believing. Don't ever live with no regrets.
That's right.
You tell him, OG, tell him, OG.
That's right. Don't never leave with no regrets. Live with no regrets. Follow your dreams. That's right. I'm done. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Man, you gotta keep on going. You gotta keep on stepping. Step in the rain, sleet, and the snow. Step even when it hurts. Step even when you can't. Even when you can't get up, you gotta get back up. Even when you feel like you can't take it, you gotta take it some more. Push that weight. Push that weight even when it feels too heavy. Even when you can't even feel your head no more. Even when you can't think no more. Keep on writing down what you think is true. Keep on trying to figure out, because you know what they say, the brain cannot solve problems that it has created for itself. Only after time of it maturing has it been able to solve those problems. Meaning that, like, if you have a problem right now, you have to believe that your mind, like your brain, your consciousness, your subconsciousness is working to solve those problems for you. And you have to move accordingly to that. You have to really truly believe that. You really have to truly put some stuff on the line sometimes to really get to that point. You have to really be able to roll the dice and tell people around you, like, nah, this is my dream. Nah, this is what I decided I'm gonna do for myself. This is what I decided I'm gonna get done. This is what I decided is best for me. Ain't nobody's gonna know what's best for you except for you. And you really truly do gotta believe that. Even your mom gotta cry sometimes. Even your cousin gotta be mad at you sometimes. Even your dad gotta think that you a fool a little bit. But it's all for good reason, bro, I'm telling you. Because when you're chasing your dreams, they're not having those dreams. They're not waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it. They're not going to sleep every day thinking about whatever they think about. You really gotta think about that. But yeah, man, that's all the rambling I could do, man. Here, I'm gonna sit down. You can ask me whatever questions. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, man. Like, we just out here doing it. We just out here being creative. We out here creating. We out here chasing our dreams, you know. That's why I love just doing this stuff, man, because it's like people gonna look at you like you crazy, but then in their heart they know it's like, wow, but he's really like doing something though. Like he's really like trying to do something, you know, and even that is like commendable. Like you can't commend somebody for having not tried. You can only commend someone for having tried. So that's why it's like always be willing to try, even if all you got is like a little iPhone. If you only got an Android, even use an Android. If you ain't got nothing, man, just do something. Then, you know, Kid Leroy, I was watching this documentary about him, like, and it was like saying how he started off by making songs on his mom's phone. He would record songs not on he didn't have his own phone. He used his mom's phone to record songs. You understand how like grassroots that is, bro? He was really just out there doing it any way he could. Just creating just to create. Just creating, believing that he could do it some way, somehow. You know, I feel like this world tries to train people to be so like open to just not being creative. Like this world wants to train you to just take commands and execute orders and just execute this, execute that, do this, do that. It's like people are trained to live a certain way in common day society, but I feel like it's becoming a thing where it's like it's not enough for people. Like being able to be a creative and live off of that most of the time, if you're able to live off of being a creative, you find more joy in that than ever having like gone the other route. Like really, like I don't think I've ever met a creative that's like living off of their art and is like, nah, like I wish I like never have done art in the beginning or something. But you could probably go and find like a million people that work jobs nowadays doing God knows what, doing whatever type of customer service, and they'll be like, yeah man, I wanted to do this, but I just gave up on it. Or yeah man, I was almost this, but I just stopped one day. This happened. I had a child and I just couldn't do it anymore. I had this happen to me, I couldn't do it anymore. So you gotta be open to the idea of like, yo, you only have one life. You get too much responsibility on your plate, you might not be able to handle it no more. You might just have to just give it up. But if you don't have no reason to give it up, don't just give it up just because it's easy to give up. It's easy to give up. It's hard to keep going. It's hard to work a 9 to 5 and then go home and still make music. It's hard to do this and that. But it's like the reward that you get for being able to look back, just even for yourself, being able to look back and be like, dang, I've like made all this stuff is like so much greater than like having not done anything for yourself. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just, it builds some sort of it builds character in you in a different way. Like the songs that I've made like 3 years ago, I look back on them so fondly. Like it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just rambling, man. I'm just talking at this point. I'm just like, what do you think I should talk about?
What do you think about school?
Man, I think that right now school is kind of on the fence right now, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, cause like people are graduating and they're not able to get a job straight out of school right now. They say that the average amount of time between someone graduating and finding a job is like a year, meaning that you graduate and you have to go a year's worth of applying to jobs, a year's worth of taking all these interviews, a year's worth of all of that just to be able to get a job that's within your career. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that like kind of like wild? And then you have AI coming through that's gonna replace so many more jobs. You got people learning how to do AI. Like, bruh, you learning how to just type in prompts, that's gonna be your job? You don't think that that's like a lot worse? You don't think that that's like a worse thing than like actually just doing it yourself? Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like we're reaching this point in society where it's like people just don't even want to do the work that there is to be done, because it's like, why would anyone want to do work for anyone else that's like so like tedious and remedial? Like, of course we're just going to use AI for it, but now you just want to hire people just to type in prompts on AI. Like, that just sounds so bogus. Like like, I don't know, like it just sounds bogus to me. So I think that school is good for people who like, you know, K through 12. I think that it's useful to at least learn a little bit and take what you can, either from history, from books, from society, from logic, math, science. Like, all these things, you can apply them to your life, whether you realize it or not. Like every book that you read actually has like very valuable fundamentals to it. Every science experiment that you do teaches you about the world that you live in. Every math problem that you do, as boring, as dumb as it may be, it actually teaches you like logic, like how to be a logical person, like how to know like 1 + 1 really equals 2. So that when you're talking to someone and they say like this, and this, you're like, that doesn't add up. Even though you, like, I don't know, bro. It's like, it's all connected somehow. I feel like people who I know who were never really good at math, like, they are not able to hold up within arguments. Like, they don't have, like, logic on their side. So I'd say school is useful, and people who chase after school aren't fools, because we need people to be intelligent and knowledgeable about things, but we're getting to the point where it's like the most knowledgeable people about things are AI. AI is the most intelligent thing on the earth right now, because it's been able to study off of every single piece of data that humans have ever compiled together, which is insane to think about. Like, it studies it at such a high level that it's able to just replicate. So, yeah, I mean, stay in school though. Stay in school. Hey, the name's Micman. You can find me on everything, every streaming platform, MICMAN, Micman. And you can find me on Instagram at Micman112. I'm doing my thing. I'd appreciate, if y'all kept up with me and just showed some love, man. We out here doing it. If you hit me up, send me a message on IG, I'll respond to you, bro. I trust. I'll talk to y'all. Peace.